like like hours, like involving wrestling into every single conversation and into your life.
Yeah.
Like, can you give us examples of like how did you do that? Like,
Well, I always had that mentality that it's never over until it's over, right? That's something I got from wrestling too, where I got really good at throws. So I remember there was matches I've had my sophomore year. I remember San Dijon. I never forget this. It was great. It was great. There's even like a little documentary about that guy I beat too, because he comes out of this thing called Junkyard Dogs. The Harvard Westlake coach made that video. He's now the UCLA club coach, and so I remember there was this guy that he was pretty good. He was a big, strong guy, and I beat him out at the end. At the very last second, I turned him, got my medal. There's a guy from North Torrance. He was beating up on me leg riding. And I was a sophomore. Our coach wasn't big on teaching leg riding or defense. It was mostly like tough it out, get up. And so I remember the guy put legs in, he power half me. And I was in pain, right? I was like stretched out, I'm screaming. And he's like, don't give up. I was like, that was his tip. And I was just like, God, like I'm in like a world of pain. And somehow I like wiggled out, grabbed his leg, grabbed his arm, rolled him for Peterson. Didn't even know what a Peterson was at the moment. Pinned the kid. And he was like shocked, like, what just happened? And I'm like, yeah, I won. And so that's that mentality where it's like, you could be down on your luck. You could, like I'm in college and I don't know what, and like going in there, you don't know it's just this culture shock, where you're in a community where it's all Latinos, all people you grew up with, and then you go to a university where it's people you've never seen, that speak different, that act different, that dress different. And then, you hear their qualifications, where they came from, what they've been, where these tutoring sessions they had, their SAT scores, all these great things. And I'm just like, oh God, I don't belong. And I was like, I better read. Is that like, how many books have you read? I was like, shit, it's like 2 Cliff Notes. And but I always had that mentality of like, I'm not gonna give up. I've had these guys that were beating up on me in wrestling, about to tech me, and I pin them. So why would I give up here? It's like, I'm not in pain here. I could work through this. I could do the things I need to do to get things done till the very last second. And that's something that I've had with me. And like I coach soccer. Like I said, I coach soccer, and there's been games. I mean, my team was actually really successful, but there has been games where we're losing, and we're probably down like 3-0 first half. This was like near the end of my career in soccer, where I figured like I can't go any further. And we're down 3-0 first half, and I'll tell the kids like, man, second half we go in like 0-0, you win this one, because even with wrestling, you don't really ever lose. It's a lot of things. Like I learned this from Jerry Abbas. When I was a camp. I love learning from these people. And he says a lot of it is like your toughness points. Like, all right, today I'm gonna get more points. I'm gonna do a stand up on this guy. He's gonna beat me up, but I'm gonna get one escape. You just got another point. You're gonna work hard and you're gonna get one takedown maybe that match against this guy who's beating you up. That's a point for you. You're getting better and better. It's never just a loss. You're always getting little gains. Like, and I tell this to my athletes. I hear this. I'm going off on a million tangents, but it's like I remember Jerry Evans. Here's a really good quote, right? You gotta say this one. This is good. I remember they interviewed him for state. He said when his son won state, and they were like, "Why are you really proud of your son? Are you really proud now that he won state?" He's like, "Proud?" He's like, "I'm not proud of him for winning state. I was proud of him for fighting off his back when he was getting pinned at 10 years old. Then I was proud of him." And I'm like, that's the mentality, right? You just never give up. You never give up on anything. And so that's the thing that, teaching, or, if you can't pay your bills or you're out of work, and it's something that I think really has motivated me throughout my life. Like during this COVID thing, right? I was a substitute teacher before landing this job at Bell Gardens. And I was out of work, right? For a while during the beginning of COVID, out of work, but I never gave up hope. I applied, I waited, I thought I could still I talked to everyone, try to really get positions. And they hired me in a bunch of different schools until, I got this one, which I really wanted, so I got to pick. But it was always that mentality of you're just not gonna give up. You're not gonna just lay down and take it, right? So I love that wrestling mentality. I think it's great for anyone. That's why I love the sport. That's why I love coaching it. And every day I'm reminded. There's always a reminder of like, man, why am I doing this? And then you motivate someone, or you do something yourself, and it's just like, that's why. All right, that's why I'm doing this. That's why I love this sport.